We're heading to Game 7 of the NBA Finals, and Obi Toppin and the Indiana Pacers have a chance to win the NBA Finals. Quentin Grimes is also in line to get a major payday in NBA free agency, and I believe the New York Knicks are getting kind of a dose of good and bad news, and I think the way you're seeing Obi Toppin playing is kind of a major reason why Tom Thibodeau was fired. There's been reports that have come out that there was a disconnect between the front office and Tom Thibodeau, and the front office is looking for a head coach that is going to listen to them and they can be more in line in their beliefs. I know this for a fact. Tom Thibodeau's refusal to play young guys was big in why he was ultimately relieved of his duties. That's about all I can say on that. The front office did not like the way that Tom Thibodeau did not prioritize not only playing young guys, but adjusting to young guys. It was Tom Thibodeau's way or the highway. And the Knicks don't want their next head coach to be like that. And we're all watching the finals. And I tweeted it out on Thursday, Game 6. Every Obi Toppin bucket, it stings a little bit. And I was wrong about Obi Toppin. I thought he was not a winning player. But he got to a team and a head coach that put him in a spot to maximize his potential and to make him a winning player. Rick Carlisle adjusted to get the most out of a player. Tom Thibodeau rarely ever did that. And trading Obi for 2 second-round picks right now, that sure does look bad on this New York Knicks front office. Leon tried his best. That trade was a Tom Thibodeau trade. Leon Rose did his best to get Tom Thibodeau players. He made moves that would fit Tom Thibodeau players. Because Leon learned, if I go out and get Evan Fournier, Tibbs is not going to play him. Because Fournier is not a Tibbs guy. I can go out and get Kemba Walker, who was washed, absolutely rightfully so, did not play. But I'm just trying to let you know, Leon learned working with Tom Thibodeau that I have to get players Tibbs is going to play. And in the Obi situation, it didn't work out. And I believed in Tibbs' evaluation of him. But I was wrong, and I'm never afraid to admit when I was wrong, as was Tom Thibodeau on that. Bench players with 70-plus points, 30-plus rebounds, and 12-plus threes made in NBA Finals, there's 2 people to ever do it. Robert Horry and Obi Toppin. And Obi Toppin is a major reason why this series is going 7. And might be a major reason why they are going to win the NBA Finals. He's averaging 13 and 6 on 48 and 40 from the field. Knicks don't look too smart right now on that move. And I'm someone that, loves Leon Rose. How many times have we said it? Leon did it again. Leon did it again in this situation like he did with Evan Fournier and Kemba Walker. It didn't work out. But something that still stings is Tibbs never adjusted for Obi. And I think that is part of the reason. I want to choose my words carefully here because Tom Thibodeau is a good coach. But a skill set of a good coach, not saying Tibbs is not a good coach, so don't get your panties in a wad. Good coaches adjust to their players. Good coaches know how to put their players in position to be successful. Tom Thibodeau never did that for Obi Toppin. And is losing Obi the reason he didn't win? No, I don't want that to be the understanding of this video either. But the Knicks never, under Tom Thibodeau, did anything to accommodate their young players. It was, you're going to play Tibbs' way, or you're not going to play for Tibbs. And that's ultimately why there was a fight, which has been well documented, why there was a cursing out of Obi cussing out Tibbs, and why it's been reported widely that Obi Toppin threw a punch at a Knicks coach. I don't know. Was Obi great as a Knick? No, but he absolutely had his moments. 30-point games. I think he may even had a 40-point game. Scoring 15 points in 10 minutes. It was clear and obvious to see what Obi was good at. Running the floor, winning with athleticism, growing as a three-point shooter, being a microwave scorer off the bench. That was evident when he was here. And he went to a team that is maximizing his skill set now. And he's one win away from forever being an NBA champion. We also know that the Quinton Grimes deal was a doom. And if you've watched this channel since the start of this channel, you know that I was one of the biggest Quentin Grimes fans that there was. And so was this front office. The Knicks did not trade for Donovan Mitchell. You know why? Because they would not include Quentin Grimes. And what did they do 18 months later? They traded him to the Detroit Pistons for Bojan Bogdanovic and Alec Burks. Two guys that were on this team for 4 months. And there was clearly some headbutting at the end of the tenure between Grimes and Thibodeau. Grimes was no longer in the rotation. Grimes somehow went from playing 48 minutes in Game 5 against the Miami Heat in the playoffs to not playing for the New York Knicks. And I say all this to say why that is bad news. Like, it's bad news. It's bad that you made this trade. It's bad that you let Obi Toppin go. Think about things like this. You traded Quentin Grimes and Obi Toppin. You traded Grimes, Toppin, and 2 second-round picks for 2 second-round picks. Like, you didn't get shit. You got nothing to show for these guys. But it's good news in the sense of Taylor Jenkins sounds like he is now the favorite to be the head coach of the New York Knicks. And Taylor Jenkins is known as someone that's not afraid to go 10 deep. Taylor Jenkins is known as someone that develops young guys, that takes pride in developing young guys. Look at all the young players that are on the Grizzlies roster that are now playing well. And that's great news for Tyler Kolek. That's great news for Pacome Dadier and Kevin McCullough Jr. and Ariel Huck-Porty. So why it was unfortunate to see the Knicks get nothing from Obi and not maximizing him and not getting anything for Quentin Grimes and not maximizing him. Now you're potentially going to bring in a coach in Jenkins or whoever that next head coach is going to place an importance on development and getting young players involved and putting them in spots to be successful. Like, it is going to be a breath of fresh air having a coach that wants to develop young talent, knows they have to develop young talent. Like, the Knicks need young guys to grow. You need Kolek to produce next year. You need Pacome Dadier to be a player. You took him in round 1. You need round 1 picks to produce. Ariel Huck-Porty, you can see that there's a player down the line. We haven't seen much from Kevin McCullough Jr., but hopefully you could turn him into a rotational NBA piece. Like, with the way the Knicks are set up in their salary cap, we all know they don't have cap space. They've got the taxpayer mid-level exception. So you're going to need these young guys on cheap deals to produce. You're going to need a Dadier to grow. You're going to need a Kolek to produce. You're going to need an Ariel Huck-Porty to be here. So if you hire Taylor Jenkins, that's good news for them. And I think it's honestly good news whoever the coach is, because the Knicks are not going to hire another head coach that does not value growing young players. That's why Mike Malone is not in the search. That's why Mike Malone is not a candidate at this time of recording this video. The Knicks know that they've got to get young guys to grow, to develop, and to produce for this organization. I thought Tom Thibodeau earned another year by getting to the conference finals. I think there's something in life worth rewarding achievement. And he achieved something, and I don't give a shit if it wasn't how long they did it, but he achieved something that's damn hard to do in this league. 4 teams every single year get to do it. And I thought he earned that. But there's also enough reasons to move on as well. I see both sides of the coin here, and I understand why they fired him. We'll see. We'll see if it works out. My question is, do you want the Knicks to hire Taylor Jenkins? Seems like he's the favorite to be the head coach right now. We're also very early in the coach search. Yes or no to Taylor Jenkins? Make sure you are following me on social media. I'm on Instagram. I'm on Twitter @MarshallGreen_.